Hey y'all, iRick Guy here, and if you're watching this video, you're probably shopping for this desk, and you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order it online. But what I'm going to use this for is a talk show desk on iRick Guy's adventure channel, youtube.com/iRick Guy. So I've never assembled one of these. What I want to do within this video is just take it out of the box, put it together, show you how hard or how easy it is. It says don't cut, and I guess that means it's probably because the desk is in there, so I'm going to go on this side here. And let's see, pull that. And without cutting inside, I'm going to pull this up and just start cutting. And then I can see there's like styrofoam and stuff in there. So I don't want to scratch up the desk. Felt the price of this was extremely nice. So we'll see how it looks. Does it look good? Again, I just wanted a talk show desk. I've got a parts diagram here. I'm going to put this knife out of the way. Styrofoam, I hate this stuff because it makes a mess. We've got a bag of parts, a little metal rod, styrofoam. This is how I like to assemble things. I like to take it out, sort it, inventory it, and then start the installation process. This is that little side pouch. That looks nice. I'll put microphone cables and that kind of stuff in that. Put the frame here. The other side of the frame. Metal piece. Some more pieces here inside of this. Small piece of wood. That's probably all the parts when I take this out. Curiously enough, that's kind of a reddish color, but I ordered black, and black's on the other side. Oh, and it'd be easy to forget that. See, there's a piece there. Take that out. Okay. That looks very nice. It is very well finished. I didn't know what to expect, so I'm happy about that. What I always like to do is keep things neat. So we're going to slide all that out of the way. Anytime I assemble something, I never throw away the packing materials until I'm finished, because that'll jinx you. I'm going to keep all my packing materials neatly together here, in case I have to ship it back. Hopefully I won't. Okay, so now we're going to start. It's a brand new rug I've got, and you can find it linked on my website too. It's just a cheap rug. I think it's going to look really good on set. Take this bag of parts. We got some feet, and that's one of the reasons I got a rug, because I don't want to scratch up my laminate. Got 4 feet. And then I got a bag full of this size bolt. And this is labeled number 1. Put all this together. So those are number 1. I'll put the open bag that says number 1. This is number 2. Actually, I'll just leave them in the bag. Why not? And this is number 3, 4, and 5. Nuts, bolts, and a little, what do you call it, hex key. Let's get started here. So the first thing is going to be the leg assembly. So we're going to use 4 of number 1, which is this, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of number 1 and 6 of number 4. I mean 4 of number 6. And number 6. Oh, 6 is, this is the feet. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the feet on. On one side they can go on, that's this side. There's 1 foot. There's 2. Do the same with this one. One, 2. Nice. Okay, so I got 2 of those, and now it says these little metal doohickey pieces. We're doing the ends, so let's see. Make sure there's not an outside and inside of this piece, and there's not. It doesn't seem there is, at least. So now what I'm going to do, stick this here, grab these little bolts. I'll go in there starting that one because I don't want it too tight. Just hand tighten these. Keeping all this stuff straight. Now I've got that one pretty tight. We do the same thing on the other. Don't want to over tighten, but I want this to be sturdy. Previously I was so low budget that I was using a flimsy card table, and every time I had a live show or something, the table would shake because it was so flimsy. So this will be a major upgrade. By the way, I'm an independent YouTube channel, so if you like this and my other content, please subscribe and share with others, and you can support me on Patreon because, again, I am an independent YouTube channel, so I can't get nice desks and stuff like this without your support. So, you know, thanks again for choosing to support my channel in any way that you can. And if you're looking for this desk, expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order it online. I'm just barely starting that on each end. You want to make sure everything lines up before you tighten. I tell you, I'm really impressed with the build quality. This is nice. I mean, yeah, I know it's cheap furniture, but when you're on a budget and you're trying to impress, you got to do what you got to do. I want to pay attention to this and make sure those are level, and they are. Make sure one part of that wasn't higher than the other. And again, I don't want to over tighten. I just want to make sure everything's lined up and pretty tight. This desk comes in various sizes. This is the 40-inch. I didn't want anything too big because I got such a small studio. I tell you, that cheap carpet's going to feel nice underneath my studio set. Luxurious. On a budget. Let's see, here we go. There we go. So we got those two. That segues us into step number 2. Assembling the frame. And we're going to use 4 of number 1, which is the one we just used, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to leave us one of those. I'm going to put it in a sack so I know where it is. It's like, you're number 1, dude. Okay. Okay, and I do want to pay attention that those holes need to stay on the outside, because that's where this doohickey is going to attach. They call that the storage cube. How nice. And actually, I think on one side I'll keep that out. On the other side I'll keep it, well, I guess they can go out on both sides. Maybe I'll be adding a future enhancement or something, who knows. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to take these pieces. Yeah, these are the long pieces. And it's important to note that these holes should face up because that's where once I get to the desktop when I attach it. So make sure those are facing up. We need to make sure this is facing, at least one of these is facing out. So I got the holy side right here. That's where, where that little storage pouch thing is going to go. And then I've got a hole right here. This hole is going to face up. We do this. Stick this through. Start screwing it in a little bit by hand. Again, not getting it really tight, just hand tight. Those are on the outside. So on the other side that this is connecting to, I guess just in case they release some sort of wicked cool accessory, I'm going to put it on the outside too. I don't know, what do y'all think? Maybe I put it on the inside on the other side because I'm only going to attach that storage unit to one side. Make sure there's not more than one storage unit before I do that. Hold on. Now there's only one. So this will only go on one side. So I'm going to take this. Yeah, I chose black because, well, all the other furniture in this fine studio is black. So, well, I mean the cheap storage cabinets and all that are all black. So it matches. You can get this in other colors. I really like the brownish color, and I probably could have done that too, but when it comes to interior design, I don't know much about it. So I just picked, it's hard to go wrong with black because you got, it matches pretty much everything, and then when you're on set, it looks really good, I think. Really love that desktop. I think this is going to look expensive on a budget. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, seriously, nothing about this feels cheap. I mean, this is, I did my due diligence and wanted to make sure that even though I was purchasing on an extreme budget, that what I purchased was going to be of acceptable visual quality. Not just visual quality, but usable as well. Something that I can do my unboxing videos at and not look like I'm sitting on a card table, which is, a card table is what I had before I had this. So this is a big upgrade. Yeah, and this thing goes together great. Again, pay attention to this. Make sure your holes are facing up. Make sure everything's level. It is worth mentioning the feet of this. If you need to adjust them, they can screw in and screw out. If you had a floor that was not level. That's one thing I do have is a floor that's, fortunately my floor is level. But yeah, when you tighten this, you can really feel this thing locking in. It feels good. I mean, seriously, that really good build quality. Some of this furniture like this that you get and assemble is just junk, but this is very nice. Just kind of going back and retightening here as needed. And again, I've never assembled one of these, so this is first time, and I'm doing it on camera. Feels good and sturdy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Ha ha ha. Okay, so we've got that. And now it says to flip it over. But we're going to flip, and we're going to do 4 of the 2. Okay, so that's going to be these. This is the number 2 screw. Or bolt, I guess you should say. You can tell I'm not a what do you call it, crafty person. Okay, so I got 4 of these. All this stuff here I'm going to move because I don't want anything to scratch up this fine table. Get my instructions. It says, do not use the wrong screws. The desktop can only be fixed with silver screws. I think what they mean to say is that use the silver screws. I don't think a silver screw is going to fix anything if you mess it up. So, again, that's why it's always important to... Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put that there, and the black is the top. I mean, that looks really good. Look at that. So the black's the top. So the other color is the bottom. So without putting this on top of anything that'll scratch it, put on this clean rug. And now what I do is line this up with those holes. And what's nice, those holes, they've given them a little bit of room to each side, so if things weren't exactly perfect, you could slide it one way or the other to make it fit properly. I'm going to put this in there. Again, I'm not going to tighten them all the way. I'm just going to barely start them. I'll start that one. And then this one. That's not bad. I mean, there's only 4 of these on the bottom you gotta mess with. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is make sure all these are straight. Hand tighten them just a little bit more. I want to make sure everything's as centered up as it can be here. Yeah, and this is something you would not want to over tighten because you could potentially crack this wood. This wood feels very sturdy, but again, never trust it. Okay, so we got that. Let's just flip it back over. Oh yeah, it's sturdy. So we got that. Now what I'm going to do is put my, let's see, I'm going to flip this around because I want to put my cargo basket on this side. That's a very nice desktop. Now it says gotta use these parts. Let's see. Five of three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then one little bolt. Okay. So that makes sense. So what we're going to do, oh, here's where I could have, uh-oh. So I made a mistake. What's supposed to be done, you're supposed to be able to run this from here well, let's see. From that side up to there. But what's happened is, see, there's screw holes on this side, and then there's screw holes on this side. For this to work, we have to flip this around. So what I said earlier about putting that on the inside, those holes where the rack goes, there's a reason for this. So what I'm going to have to do is take this off. Let's see. This was not clear in the instructions. That's basically what I'm going to do. Is hopefully I can do this without having to redo all kinds of stuff. Let's see. We're going to get lucky. I think we might. Yep. Yeah. Based upon how easy that was to do, makes me think that someone's done it before and they made it idiot-proof. They should have just made the instructions more clear. So remember that, make sure these holes are on the outside of both sides. Okay, so now we can do what we're supposed to do, and that's run this from here to here. I don't know if this really provides any extra support or if it's more or less just a decorative piece. Put that there. Again, just hand tightening before I do the real tightening. There. And put that there, and then the middle part's going to have this little bolt. Now I can tighten these with the little thing. There's that. And now that puts us to our last step, which is 2 number 3s. These right here. This part right here just goes in the bottom to keep it flat. You put that on. And then this you could put on this side, or in my case I'm going to put it on the far side. And see that pops up and you put the little screws through. Probably easiest to put them through the fabric before you press up against. You might want to kind of lift that off so you can kind of see back there to start screwing it in, but once it goes, it goes. Okay, so that's everything. I'll keep this little piece in case I need to tighten it up. I guess these were for packing. This little piece of wood, so I'll throw those away. That's everything. So I'm going to twist it around so you can see what that looks like on the other side. Get these out of the floor first. Yeah, it looks very nice. So you can see on this side, it's got the storage pouch. So you can put some stuff in there. Well, tell me what you think within the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. And be sure to expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order this online. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.